Michigan cops versus Florida cops. The the worst the worst kind of cop, man. I mean, for like craziness, like for them like taking their job a little too serious, man. Tribal police, man. Tribal police, you do not want to funk with at all. Period. Because every any crime you commit, if you're in the tribal police's jurisdiction, is going to be a federal crime. So look, dude, don't do it. If it's don't do shit on tribal land, or you're gonna pay dearly. Oh my gosh. I mean, no disrespect. You know, I got family members that are tribal police, but you know, they're they take their job real serious. Anyway, yeah, that's crazy. Cause you know, for instance, one time I go up north out of the blue, man, and they said, man, yeah, everyone's at the hunting camp. And I go to this damn hunting camp out in the middle of whoa, like it was hard. It was out there. Like you wouldn't find it unless someone gave you directions. Cause this is in the Upper Peninsula. I go out to this hunter camp. You know, yeah, my family's there. You know, a lot of them I don't know great or I haven't seen in a while. But they're having a dang like a cop convention, man, hunting party. It was crazy. I mean, then I show up and yeah, it was pretty funky. They're the ones actually that made me scared of state cops. And another thing, yeah, see, just like you go outside of Flint, you get discriminated on because they assume that you're just fucking Wild West Yosemite Sam or something, or you know, or you're you know, mafia or straight hardcore LA street gang type or something, man. You know, everywhere you go, they outside of Genesee they discriminate, but then the Upper Peninsula, real they call themselves Yoopers. They really discriminate on us from down here. Like they don't like us, man, because of Detroit, Saginaw, and Flint, because it's too hood, man. And I don't know. I guess it's not that bad, man. It's not as bad as it's. A lot of that stuff is hype. I personally, I think, but so the Upper Peninsula discriminates on us anyway. You know, so I'm up there at Hunter's Camp, you know, with a bunch of police, like high ranking dudes. I don't even know. I didn't ask them, but it was creepy, man. I mean, but it was all right. I had my it was like my cousin, man. He was there. He was friends with him, so he kept it. He did good mediator. uh, but yeah, so that was weird. That was one situation. Michigan and Michigan cops. Uh, Let me think. Okay. Florida cops. All right. For instance, here's one situation that happened with Florida cop. I was we were at the bar, you know, same bar I was at with the other time when the psycho aggressive cop rolled up on us. That the single solo Rambo, when he rolled up on us, we went to the same bar. But we were chilling at this bar this night, and my buddy had his car, and the back seat was filled up because he was packing to move, or something to that effect. And there was this chick. She was like, "Yeah, give me a ride to the house, and I'll give you guys some food," you know. So the dude's for some reason he's like, "Man, dude," he's like, "You gotta drive, man. I'm sick of to be the one always risking things driving." So I'm like, "Man, all right." So I'm driving, right? So turn down this road. This is in Tampa too. It's part of town that was called Town and Country. We pull down this road. We're driving. You know, we're almost to this person's house, and all of a sudden, oh yeah, I forgot. This is the most important part. Since the dude's back seat was filled up, he had the girl sitting on his lap that we were taking to her house to get some food, and so now we're sitting there. We get pulled over, and the guy's like, IDs. You know what I'm saying? So everyone rounds their stuff up. We hand them to the guy, and dude's sitting in his car, and all of a sudden, dude, rain just comes down like so hard. This is a Florida Tampa rain too. Like there's a Tampa's. I've never seen lightning like I have in Tampa. Anyway, the lightning's coming, or the rain's coming down, and then all of a sudden, this guy, he comes up, he pulls up next to us, and he rolls down his window, and I had my window rolled down, and then he took the IDs, and he went like this, and threw them like a frisbee, and they fell in the car like this, and he goes, I don't feel like getting wet. And then he went, and drove away. Oh, that shit was crazy, man. What the heck are the chances of that? You know, there's a Florida cop situation. Them Florida cops, man, I'm telling you. I mean, yeah, I ain't never seen nothing overly crazy. Here's a rumor in the hood though, down there in town and country about their particular cops, right? This guy was telling me that the drug unit, the narc unit, or whatever, dude, the narcotics unit, these dudes were notorious for planting drugs on people, okay? Now, they plant the drugs, and then these people would go to the fucking judge and they'd say, I swear, man, look, they planted these drugs on me, and the judge will say, I've heard that a million times before, and then they'd sentence your ass. You know what I'm saying? That's so. Look, I can't attest to tell you if that's true or not, but that is some out cold ass fucking scurvy ass backwards shit. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Let me think. Yeah, I've had, and craziest situation I think I had up here, Michigan cops. This was a pretty crazy one. I was sitting there at my house sleeping, and the door was broken, okay? And one time, man, was at my mom's. I went to sleep on the couch, and then I woke up, man, and there was fucking this black guy, man, in the cop uniform. Fucking, he had a gun at me. You know what I'm saying? Then there's this other guy walking around, he's like looking at every room, and I'm like, hey, what's going on, dude? What's the problem? And the guy's like, we had a report of a break-in. And I'm like, no, man, I didn't break in here, dude. Look, there's my pictures on the wall there, man. They look around and they're still suspicious. Then this detective guy in this long ass trench coat comes over. He asked me some more like Jedi mind trick questions, man, trying to get me. And no, I had to get him approve it. Then they left, man. But yeah, that's not a fun situation. So look, I can say, hey, look, I don't know how many guns I've had pointed at me in my life, but it's more than a couple, I'll tell you that, dude. And some of them was from the police, and some wasn't. Let's put it that way. So it's a part of life that we all have to deal with, it is a necessary evil, but it doesn't necessarily have to be evil all of the time. That's my take on it. It always isn't. You know what I mean? It's not always. There's those cases though where it's obviously wrong what's going on, but I can't say it's not a stereotypical blanket type statement you could say about the whole thing. Because from my personal experience, it's not too bad. If you're doing something wrong, well, it's gonna go bad for you, I guess. Hopefully not, but